Hello there and welcome back. We're on to round A, race A of our My Team career, Forza Jackson Racing. It's Canada we're going to. As always, that quick driver standings update. 7th, 35 points. We're massively lagging now behind the Mercedes. DNF that last race in Baku after a bit of front wing damage on lap 10 in P21. There was no point carrying on. And just a little warning here, Oscar Piastri has 4 days left of his contract and he's not, if you ask me, done enough to warrant an extension, as it's absolutely pouring it down here in Canada. We do relish the rain. Not a bad wet weather driver, as you can see the team there scrambling now. They had their softs on, had to swap to the full wets. As in qualifying 1, we say we're a good wet weather driver, but we scraped through in P16 a 125.1. We come under some problems when braking. The rain eased off for Q2, so we can go down to the intermediates, and we qualied P8 with a 121.8. A little bit better there. Let's have a look at our Q3 lap. So come around the first corner left-handed, a little bit cautious then. Thought about moving into it and then backed out of it a little bit as we ride the curb probably a bit too much there. Into a right-hander here. Easy to cut this corner and get warnings for it in the race, as we probably just got away with one there as well on the exit. Swing it left here, a lot of apex there, it's very deceiving. Ride that one into this bit here and it's DRS zone if the track is dry for the race in this section. Another one where it's easy to get this wrong. Cut it too much and you actually lose time rather than gain. A horrible hairpin here. We'll go around it 40 miles per hour. And you'll see a lot of overtaking down the straight now. DRS will snap open the cars. To actually get DRS there, we're up on our first set time for Q3. Last corner. Use the apex on the exit, sorry, as we cross the line. And where does that put us?
Qualifying finished. It's time to
well,
remind ourselves
look
once
at
again
that. It is a
of our top
P1.
three. Jackson,
How
Leclerc,
unbelievable
and
is
Max
that?
Verstappen. Goodbye
An
for now
absolute
then, but
blinder
really,
of a
just
lap
getting started.
sets us up
Make
for
sure
a
to join
P1 in
us
the
again.
race.
It's time once again then to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history and could be the cause of a safety car today. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Jackson lines up on pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Hamilton, Bottas, Magnussen, Norris, and Lance Stroll.
Okay, so here we go then. Let's have a look what the team have set us. It's dry out there now, so we're on the soft tyre for 7 laps and then boxing onto the mediums to the end of the race. As we pull ourselves up for the formation here. Just a green start, but look how we've angled the car.
Sure we get a great launch as the race starts.
We are all on the right hand side here, pointing towards Charles Leclerc. As it's 5 lights and away we go. We get away from the line. Charles Leclerc has to duck in right there. We get a good start here. A little bit bogged down, but we did get in front of Charles Leclerc, who brakes later than us. Looks a dubious corner cut there. So get out the first 2 corners, still in P1. I'm sure that will change now that we're back to dry weather. It's just how long can we fend them back? I'm sure the Ferraris will make light work of it as we swing left-handed. I did say there was too much apex there. Sometimes it's deceiving and we use too much of it. It's going to hinder us here. And look at Charles Leclerc already on the attack. So is Max Verstappen. Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc takes P1 back already. We're trying to battle him here, and we actually get a better exit from that corner. And we take the position back on Charles Leclerc, but he's going to try again into the hairpin. He's going to have the inside line in it as well. Max Verstappen just sitting and waiting like a predator. Side by side coming out of that corner. Who's going to get the better traction out of it? And Charles Leclerc uses that Ferrari power. And is Max Verstappen thinking about it as well down the inside as he comes across. And by the end of the first lap, we're down to P3 already, and Carlos Sainz, he looks interested as well. Goes for that. Wants to show why he's thinking about going that side. So there we go, we get our first warning about the engine, which is 100% nick. It's come to the end of lap 3 here. Starting lap 4, Lewis Hamilton makes his move. We've cut alongside and we've gone down the inside, gone deep into the corner, but retain the position. And we keep P3 from Lewis Hamilton, who then, double whammy, Carlos Sainz overtakes Lewis Hamilton. Oh. Using a bit too much of the available track there. Just keeping it in the white line boundary there. Will Carlos Sainz now fancy his chances to make a move? He's coming down the inside. Who will brake later? Oh! He didn't give any space there. And there's contact between the two cars. Is there any damage? Lewis Hamilton takes advantage of that. Carlos Sainz drops back. Look at this. There's 4 cars about to contest this hairpin. Lewis Hamilton's got the inside. Jack's on the outside. Sainz just behind. Sergio Perez there as well. This is unbelievable stuff. As Lewis Hamilton edges his car in front of the Forza Jackson Racing car. Carlos Sainz now sneaks on past as well. Only a matter of time before Sergio Perez gets his move done. This car shouldn't have been P1 in the first place, and this goes to show just exactly that. A freak qualifying lap in the wet, but put them cars in the dry and you can see the power of the Ferrari, the Red Bull, the Mercedes shining through. On lap 5 here, Sergio Perez goes for a move down the inside, leaves us no room, contact between the two cars, a bit of wheel banging. That's happened a couple of times now where Jackson is just not conceding the place and he's fighting for it. How much will that do him harm? Has come later into the race as he's using his tyres up. Sergio Perez goes for it again down the inside. Surely he's got a move done this time. We switch to the inside, don't be able to do it there. Look for a second there, like we have better traction. That's because we're using ERS coming out of that corner. Encouraged by our engineers, we throw it down the inside. Well, we blocked the corner off for Sergio Perez and did not allow him to turn his car in. It looked like a legal move. Late on the brakes as Valtteri Bottas now takes over. We've got DRS, but so is he. We'll throw it up the inside. I think we should have given Valtteri Bottas some more room there to throw it up the inside. So we come to the end of lap 6 and Valtteri Bottas is here to take back that place. He's going to go down the outside this time. And he's made that move quite simply there. Oh. I think we may have picked up a warning there for corner cutting. Looks like we was not hot enough on the brakes as we come into pit on lap 7. Starting of lap 8. Optimal timing. So 2.3 seconds pit stop. We come out behind Valtteri Bottas, still in front of Lance Stroll.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres.
On lap 12 here, just looking at the telemetry and look at that engine now. We've been losing so much power. We've got some critical engine parts there.
Okay, gaps in the car ahead is 3.5 seconds.
Imagine we start losing a lot of power and speed now. So on lap 13, using that ERS, George Russell in the Mercedes trying it. I think he's had some problems in this race. Far back from Lewis Hamilton has Russell. and we took him back over with ease there. I think that car is in some way picked up some damage or engine problems. So that's not the Russell and the Mercedes we know. Will they be able to make a move here? Everybody else seems to have made a move on Jackson down the straight so far. He will have the DRS still there as he comes into the final corner and he takes that position back. But all right, good exit there, but nothing doing. On lap 17 now, Sergio Perez finally getting his move done. He started from further down in the grid today.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
As he takes that move, and rightly so, the Red Bull should be in front there.
Okay,
He's had a great race there.
Gearbox square, so try to keep the number of shifts to a minimum, please.
Kevin Magnussen on the last lap, lap 18. What is that? And how have we not picked a warning up for that corner there? Charles Leclerc takes the race win in the Ferrari. Magnussen takes P8 on the last lap. And I think that is just a sign of the car not being as good as those in front. The engine wear really kicking in now. We started P1. It was unexpected. We finished P9. It's points for the team at least. Probably will be a little bit of disappointment, but you're never going to keep some of these cars behind. As we come over the line and finish P9.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Here in Canada. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, this was...
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. Here's how things look in the drivers' table. Charles Leclerc, currently leading the championship standings, extends his lead even further with this result. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you pick?
There are a few contenders, but George Russell definitely stood out, I think. A really solid drive from him today, and one I'm sure the